Hey everybody, and welcome back to Vietnam vlog number 3. So, I think I've kind of refocused or understood the purpose of what these vlogs are for. These are definitely going to be like diary entries. They are going to be like they're going to basically be me talking about my life, all the good things, all the bad things. Sometimes there's going to be lots of good, sometimes there's going to be lots of bad, and sometimes there's going to be some of each. Um, and that will, I think, help me kind of stabilize my life here in Vietnam because it's been very unstable, very annoying and frustrating, and I feel like I don't really have a source to deal with these emotions. Like I've noticed that I've been occasionally like PMing my mods and be like, "Oh, guys, guess this isn't happening. That's really shitty, and everything sucks." And I'm like, "Well, I shouldn't be just like messaging my mods to vent my feelings. That's not professional or appropriate." And I don't really have that many friends here. Like I have friends, but they're all Lauren's friends, my wife's friends. Like they're all her coworkers. And so I don't really like want to hang out with them and be like, "Oh, nothing's working. My life is so bare, blah blah blah." Um, and I don't really get to chat with my other friends. So in a way, you guys are going to be the friends that I vent to in a way, or I guess the inner just the process of recording is the venting process for me, and then you guys get to see the finalized results. So that's gonna what it's gonna be. And right now, things are shitty. Things are super shitty. Whatever smile you see on my face is like, what do you call it? Gallows humor. It's like, yeah, everything's falling apart. Just gonna grin and bear it. Internet's not working. It was supposed to be installed earlier today, but then they forgot. And then when we couldn't get a hold of the person who's our contact with them because she's at the immigration office because our visas have expired and there's been immigration office problems. And I don't know why we can't get new visas, but there's been problems all over the place with them. And so now we don't have our passports or our visas. So if we want to leave the country, we literally, I can't leave the country. Like I couldn't even get on an airplane. I don't have a passport right now. It's been gone for a week. I don't have a visa. Our visas have expired. So we're living in this country illegally and we can't leave. Like we physically, I guess I could take a trip to the United States and be like, I don't have a passport, but I'm a US citizen. Get me the fuck home. But I guess really I'd have to go through like the embassy here or something. The point is, everything is falling apart. Nothing is working. Um, I've been trying to work, but it hasn't really been working. And I've been really, really upset and depressed and at the state of things falling apart. My streaming career is pretty much tanked. Age of Strife is probably going to be canceled. Shenanigans is supposed to start, but if I can't even get internet to stream, how am I supposed to organize shenanigans? Um, let's see. It's sunny out for the first time ever. Like it's been really cloudy. It's been the mold season where everything is kind of damp and dark and warm, and everything has been molding. We actually just left AC on in a room with the door closed for about a month because we like had gone in to take a look, and all of our backpacks and all of our travel bags had mold in them, and whatever things we had left in there were covered in mold. Lauren had like a journal, an unused journal that was just like molded all the way through. So I'm glad that the sun is coming out and the humidity is going down now. That's great. I started playing Angband again. That's really great. I love Angband and I hate Angband. It's a 2D dungeon crawl. I mean, you pick a race, you pick a class, you pick some stats, and then it's basically like Diablo on crack. It's the like simplified, dumbed down version of Diablo that is, it's like the core of Diablo. If you've never played Angband, you should check it out. Nowadays, it comes with pretty fancy graphics instead of just ASCII characters. There's no saving. If your character dies, it's dead. You can't go back to a previous save. It's over. It's done. There's 99 levels to the dungeon. Every time you go down, each floor is always completely randomized. If you go up and down and up and down, you just keep like going between randomized floors. There's one town at the very top at the surface where you can like buy and sell things and whatnots, and it's really fun. It's really fucking lethal. Yesterday I played Angband all day long. Like I got up, stayed in my bathrobe, sat on the couch and played Angband. And I think I did the same thing the day before, or maybe not. I don't actually remember right now. I just remember playing Angband for a long time. Have I been playing for 2 days or just one day? I don't even know. I've been playing a half troll warrior because they're like they're the easiest class to get into the game with because the half trolls regenerate really quickly and they have high strength, and warriors are really simple. It's just like get gear, kill shit. So they level the fastest in terms of like how much experience it takes to level, but then also in terms of how quickly you can kill things early game because you just like run into things to kill them. But I hear that later on they don't do too well. And as I was getting around like dungeon level 25, I started running into serious problems where I would get like repeat confused by shit or just get teleported around or get paralyzed. And so at a certain point, you really need certain gear. So I don't know what levels it are these things happen at, but at a certain level, you need protection from confusion. At a certain level, you need protection from paralysis or, like a ring of reaction or whatever. But yeah, it's a really fun, really addicting game. Diablo on crack. I'm going to start streaming it if my internet ever fucking works. And if I can't stream it, then I'll probably just play it and talk over it and record it and post it to YouTube. I might end up just becoming a YouTuber instead of a Twitch streamer because I can't get fucking shows to work. Although that might be interesting. It might be interesting just to switch to being a YouTuber. I haven't actually considered that, but I could do all of my D&D shows, just do local recordings, and post them all on YouTube. It would get rid of the chat element, which is really fucking shitty. We'll think about that another time. So yeah, understanding the purpose of the vlogs, Angband, my life is falling apart, more Angband, my life is still falling apart, and more movies and shit. I watched Alien 4 while playing Angband. I watched The Breakfast Club for the first time, and the entire time I was like, ooh, when's Robin Williams coming in? When's Robin Williams coming? He doesn't show up in the whole fucking movie. That's not a Robin Williams movie. I thought it was. I thought it was him teaching detention to this bunch of groups, and then he gets them together. Now I realize I'm thinking about Dead Poets Society. And somehow I had blended Dead Poets Society and Breakfast Club in my mind, and they're two totally different films. And I haven't seen Dead Poets Society, but I spent the entire film being like, God, he must just make a very last-minute appearance, and the movie was over. I'm like, where the fuck was Robin Williams? That was great. God, I don't even remember the other shit I've watched. I've basically watched a bajillion movies. I watched the Harry Potter films. The first one is the worst movie I've ever seen in my life. The second one's a piece of trash. The third one's barely acceptable. The fourth one is okay. I would never recommend it to someone, but, it's a film. Actually, if you look on Reddit, you can see my my reactions to the first three films. I just typed out my feelings. The fourth film, I actually watched 5 films. The fourth film, I live wrote my reactions to on Reddit, and the fifth one, I recorded my reaction, kind of like MST3K style, but I haven't posted it because I'm a little embarrassed by it. I'm afraid that I said a bunch of stupid things that aren't funny or aren't interesting to anyone other than me. But I'll probably post it eventually once I sack up. I'm thinking about doing the 6th one. I mean, I'm going to watch all, 7 or 8 films? I haven't decided if I want to do the 6th one and then just write up my reaction, or if I want to, say, hey, everyone, on this day at this time, we're going to watch the 6th Harry Potter film, and I'm just going to, voice over it. And I won't stream the film. I'll kill the film. I won't show the film, and I'll mute the audio. But I'll just talk over it, so that way if anyone wants to join me in watching Harry Potter and just hearing the ridiculousness of it, and then we can chat with chat too. That might be fun. I don't know. I would have to have working internet to do that. So we'll see. And in a few moments, we're about to go take off and visit our friends because they just got a kitten. And then I think they said they were going to crowdsource the kitten's name or something. I don't know. I'm not feeling like hanging out with anyone right now, but we're going to go do it anyway because they're our friends and Lauren's in a better mood than I am. And we should go and hang out with people and not just spend all the time playing video games and watching movies because you're too depressed to do anything else. Yeah, that's it. So, welcome to Vietnam vlog number 3. This was fun. No, it wasn't. But hopefully next time I do one of these in 3 to 7 days, life will have turned around and be better, and I will come at you with cool shit, and it won't just be like, Neil's depressing life. Go. Even though it's not really that depressing because I'm living in Vietnam and I'm streaming for a living, even though I'm not actually streaming for a living because I haven't been able to. My life is generally very, very good, and I'm generally a very uplifted, happy individual that's kind of like an optimist. Most of the time, I'm very positive minded, but right now everything is falling apart, and it makes me sad and miserable. And that's that. So that's Vietnam vlog number 4. Later, guys.